Brr. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show, Mandingos. Oh yes, we're back in the Lake District for another wild camping adventure. I've got a little bit of a bad back. I'll tell you more about that later on. Pulled a muscle in the bottom of my back, and I didn't really want to be going up the hills. That's where I was planning on going, up there today. So all being well, we'll get up and we'll do some mountain wild camping next week. So driving over, I was thinking to myself, where should I go for a wild camp? That's a good, hour's walk from the Blockmobile, but like a nice flat walk with beautiful scenery. And I remembered when I walked the full length of HAWESWATER a few years ago. I'm not quite sure how far along it is, I can't remember, but I remember passing an amazing spot. And I thought at the time, yeah, that'll ding dang do for a wild camp. If it's ever really bad weather, or in like today's situation, where I've got a little bit of a bad back. It's perfect Amondo Mandingos, as they say in the mountain villages of Patagonia. So yeah, we're going to take a mooch along the side of HAWESWATER. I'm going to leave you with some free music from YouTube as we march along the track. Yeah, and as usual folks, we've got some whiskey in my Baghdad on my old macaroni. We've got some nice beers. We're going to cook some burgers tonight, yeah. We're going to talk loads of shite. We're going to have a good time, and hopefully my back doesn't get any worse, because there's snout worse than the bag back. Definitely when you're carrying a big heavy pack on my macaroni, if you know what I'm talking about. So come on folks, let's get along to our camping spot. Our camping location. And I'll bring you legends back further along the track. Howe. So here we are, my spam dingoes. Well, not quite. I told you it was a while ago when I remembered this spot, and I remember standing here and looking out onto these views, and as you can agree, it's absolutely fantastic, unbelievable. But for some reason I had it in my head this was like a nice flat, you know, grassy patch, and as you can see, it's Rocky Dennis, and I'm right next to a path where you're going to get the hikers. I mean, it's a Tuesday and it's going to be dark around in about 2 hours, so you might get a couple of people come past and that'll be it. And then Inzy Morgan, you know, you might get a couple of people come past, so no one's really going to bother us. But I don't think I'm going to pitch my tent up here. We're just looking in there, guys, like it's like a little bit of a island crop kind of thing that comes out, so why not have a little look in there for the perfect Amondo Mandingo camping spot. I've already camped over there on that one before, me and young Chris, a few months ago. So yeah, let's have a quick look over there. If I can find somewhere that'll ding dang do for this Mandingo. As I was coming along, I got talking to some guy, absolute legend. His jacket he had on there and on the arm said Lake District National Park, but it didn't say like he was a park ranger or that he was working for the National Trust. So I think he might have just been like a volunteer. He had 2 black bin bags in one hand. He had 1 black bin bag in one of them sticks, you know, that you pick the litter up with, in the other hand, full of rubbish, full of shite of other people, of these so-called lovers of the outdoors who come out wild camping. He says that's nothing. He said he could have spent a few more hours and filled more bags up, but you know, he can only carry so much back. Let's see if I can get over here without getting a twisted sock. Oh, oh, you bastard. Sorry for the language, guys. Pardon my French Canadian. Yeah. Stood talking to him for like 15 minutes. He says like the amount of people that start fires up the side of trees, leaving disposable barbecues lying around. He says unbelievable. I mean, I knew that happens, but not to the extent of what he's just been saying. Let's get through here, guys. As you can see, it's Bogdan Milosevic. Over there, you can see, can't you? It's Jody Marsh, and it's Denise Squelch down there. So let's get over. Aye. And then people will say things like, well, how comes you get moved on, Mandingo, from camping along the side of the lake? That's not fair. You should be at the camp there. It's because of arseholes coming out, leaving all the shit. And what they'll do is they'll buy a load of cheap camping gear. Not that there's anything wrong with that. My first camping gear I bought was just cheap stuff. God, most of the stuff I've got now is still cheap stuff. But they'll wake up in the morning with a hangover because they've been drinking, or it might be pissing down with rain, pardon my French Canadian again, and then they'll just say, oh, sod it, and they'll leave all the camping stuff there because they haven't paid much money for it. And then guys like that have to come along and pick all the mess up, or it just blows all over and gets in the lake, and you know, the sheep can choke to death in it. Am I cheating you up? I'm a right moaning bastard today, aren't I? Pardon my French Canadian. Right guys, let's get over here and see if we can find a good spot. And don't leave your shit lying round or the Mandingo's coming after you. Right. Let's see what we can find, guys. Look at this, man. Our matron. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Even left the saw. What an absolute bunch of bell ends. Now there's your answer to why you get moved on wild camping. Obviously, if you get high up in the hills, like where I was gonna go, up there, you've got less chance in getting moved on. But camping somewhere low like this can be dodgy, but I think it's happy dingoes for this man dingo. I'm going to have this place to myself. Right, let's get down there. Oh yes! What an absolutely beautiful place for this man dingo to spend the night, right by the edge of HAWESWATER. How can anyone come to like a beautiful location? Mad for it. No, on a serious note though, how can anyone come here and not respect the place and leave the shit lying all over, and you know, just leaving like the cheap camping gear that they can't be asked to pack away? It beggars belief. But that's the end of me moaning, guys. Yeah, I'm going to do no more moaning this video. This video, my channel, is about positive vibes, having a good laugh, getting smash burgered. In fact, tonight I might even get mangled, spangled and totally graham crangled, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be sitting enjoying a beer, looking out onto that. Yeah, when I wake up in the morning and I open the flaps, air matron, when I open my tent door, that's what I'm going to look out onto. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, let's get the Baghdad off my old Backaroony and let's get the tent up. Mice. Come on then folks, let's get the first can dingo of this camping trip. Highland Suntan 4.9 placenta. Oh yes pet. Cheers my manly dingles. Oh, that's a nice beer that, like. Highland Suntan Extra Pale Ale from the Glen Affric Brewery. Oh, not bad at all. I'll show you all my food and drinks very soon. I'm not having much luck with me gear at the moment, as you know. On last week's wild camp, I bent a hole in the side of the tent with my gas stove. Obviously you can see I haven't yet repaired it. And I've just blew my Flextail air mat up. Look at this. I don't even think I've used this 10 times yet. This cost me 95 pund dinkies. Look, that bit there is blew up like a right blebaroonie. You can see the creases up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there should be another one down there. So something has gone wrong, dingo, in their mandingos. Yeah, I've been using the Flextail air pump. Yeah, so I've got the Flextail air pump and the Flextail air mat. So you should be able to use the Flextail air pump with the mat. And I never blow it up all the way. I blow it up about 90%, and then I stop, and then I do Sound like I'm having a baby, doesn't it? I do the last few puffs. Amazing. With me mouth, and that's blabbed up. So we will see over the next few days how good Flextail's customer service is, because I'm going to get in touch with them. That should be covered. They should send me another one. I'll let you know next week, on next week's Wild Camp, where I will be up there somewhere on one of them hills. My back is, it's twinging a little bit. I was struggling a little bit carrying my bag along, so I'd done the right thing picking this lower camping spot for tonight. But I mean, come on, anyone that says this isn't wild camping, because I haven't getting high up in the hills, well, I think it's camping. Wild camping, I should say. We'll have a bit more chat about that later on, because I was watching Paul and Mesner the other day, and he was like addressing where people go into him and they'll say, that's not wild camping, or what's wild camping, or wherever it was he was talking about. So, when we've had a few beers, we'll talk some shite, and I'll explain the crack to you about why I'm going to camp up there. I've camped up there nearly a year ago. Next week, it'll be 1 year exactly from when I'd done the camp up the old Corpse Road in a haunted spot, one of Britain's most haunted hills, where you've got the phantom shiter roams during the night. We'll save that for later, because it's a nice fun story. It's serious as well at the same time, but we can have a laugh and a giggle about it. And I'll tell a better story, don't I? Once I've had a few whiskies and a couple of beers, you know exactly where I'm talking about, my spam dingoes. So for now, I need to finish off getting my gear set up, all my food and drink laid out. I'm nearly done while I enjoy a canned dingo. There's no rush, guys. There is certainly no Ian rush. And we'll take in these lovely views at exactly the same time. Rice cakes. Right. Cheese man dingoes. Well, nearly finished my first canned dingo of this camping trip. Just the dregs of society left in there, so I might as well show you my setup for tonight. Might as well start with the drinks. So yeah, Highland Suntan. I've got another can of the same thing. I've got 2 cans of BrewDog Millionaire Hazy Jane Doe New England IPA. Very nice. I've got 1 bottle of Italian Rioja. We will try and keep that for later on. I've got this, just a half bottle. Well, it was half. I've had a couple of shot-a-roonies while I've been putting the tent up. Airstone Single Malt Scotch Whisky Land Cask. I've reviewed the Sea Cask version Van Dyke a couple of times, and I've been looking for the Land Cast one for quite a while, and I found it in Morrison's. I had some money donated through the Buy Me a Coffee of a legend by the name of Mark Coyle, who gave me that money to go out and buy a nice bottle of whiskey. So Mark Coyle, thank you so much, my man friend sexual. I will certainly ding dang do a world famous whiskey review on Airstone Land Cast. You better believe it will. And it's nice, it's smoky, and it's nice, and that's all I'm telling you. You'll have to hang around for later on when I'm Graham Crangled and we're doing the world famous review. You better believe it, my spam dingoes. Right, You know what I mean? The old Vernon Key. One-man tent. It's one-man tent. But it's bigger than what you think. When I sit there, it's absolutely perfect. I'm going to show you now how I sit. Now that's blebbed up. But for the way I sit, it's going to work. There's a slight little slope here, which is perfect. Because if I'm facing onto there, that's the way. If I'm going to be on a slope, that's the way I want it to go. Now, I sit like this, right, when I'm not recording, and I push my air mat back, and you've got the foil mat goss down there, and I put my big fat hairy spotty arse, right, on the foil mat goss, and I lean back like this, so that's actually working in my favour at the minute, so no complaints from this Mandingo, but I do want them to send us a new one. Anyway, foil mat goss on the bottom, flex tail air mat. Like I've said a couple of times already, this is my best piece of kit. The no tent sleeping bag. Honestly guys, you've got no idea how warm that keeps me. In a few weeks time I won't be using it because it'll be too warm. I'll quickly show you this. I always bring it when I go wild camping, but I always forget to show you. So yeah, probably people think I don't bring one, but I do always bring a first aid kit. We'll put that up there. Happy dingleberries. Me bag, me 10 bags there, and all the other bags of everything else are stuff in there, so there's not loads of mess. And then in Z Morgan, when I'm packing away, I know where everything is. So for my main meal tonight, I've got a couple of these butcher's burgers from Morrison's. Lovely jubbly, as they say, in the southeastern region of Mongolia. Nice and simple, guys. We've got some diced onions. We've got 2 sesame seed bundingos. And we've got some barbecue sauce. You can't get any more simple and any more nicer than that. Burgers with onions, sesame street buns, barbecue sauce. A meal fit for a Mandingo, you better believe it. Snackaroonies, what have we got? We've got some Mr. Kipling's cakes. I'll have a couple of them later on. And then we'll do for breakfast in Z Morgan with a Jurgen coffee. We've got one of these Dairy Lee lunches. You know, ham and cheese with the crackers. A couple of pepperamis, a couple of pork pies. Freddy Krueger chili biltong. We've got some Haribos. Can of Pepsi Max and Paddy. Bottle of water and a bottle of flavoured water. I think that's about it, folks. I've showed you everything, but the best thing I'm going to show you once more before it's dark and roony and we can't see anything else is that. Look at that. How good does that get? Yes, I'm camping down, I'm camping low, and I did mention earlier on that I hurt me back. I'll quickly tell you the story. You know me dog, Messi. You've seen Messi the hiking dog out camping with me just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he's a lovely little dog, but what you don't see, guys, off camera is he's a vicious little bastard. Pardon my French Canadian once again. And what he does is, because he sleeps next to Dennis, and then the 2 little plugs sleep next to each other. Oh, honestly, he's a little shit. So you give them a chew bone or like a dog chew stick. Give one to Messi, one to Dennis. And Dennis will eat his and a couple of secondas. Messi will like eat half his, and then he'll just leave half, and then he'll just lie there like that. And then Dennis is like looking at it, and he's looking at Messi. So Dennis is confused.com. He's thinking, well, what's going on here? Does he want it? Does he not? And this could go on for like 20 minutes, half an hour. And then when Dennis decides, oh, I'm going to have that, Messi will just go for him like a proper little vicious, horrible little bugger. Do you know what I mean? And Dennis could destroy Messi if he wants, but Dennis is a proper lovely dog. I mean, he's only a little dog himself. He's only a pug, but he's almost like a little bulldog. He's like stocky and he's muscly. he's solid, like me. Do you know what I mean, guys? And Messi, even though he's got no teeth and he can't even bite. So anyway, that's what happened. So I ran to stop it, because obviously I don't want them to hurt each other and get took to the vets and be lumbered with massive vet bills. So I quickly bent down to pick Messi up, because Messi was on Dennis's back. And oh, my back just twinged. I was like mad for it. My back. Maybe I've got a really bad back. Me arse stinks of caca. Mad for it. You know what I'm saying, guys? Me back twinged. I've done it a couple of times before, and I think once you get into like my age, I'm 48 this year. Once you've twinged your back a couple of times before, it ain't going to get any better. It's only going to keep happening, isn't it? So I know my limitations. I knew, right, if I start humping, amazing, a heavy bag up the hills the day, I'm probably going to make it worse. But I'm no pussy. I'm no soft shit. I didn't want to just sit on the couch and feel sorry for myself. So I thought, yeah, get out and do this. And if this is not wild camping, what is wild camping? There you go. We'll have a bit crack later on, what I was talking about after watching Paul Mesner's video. And we'll also have a bit crack about the Haunted Hill area, the Phantom Shiter. We'll save that for when I'm a little bit more smash burgered. I think I've talked far too much shite already. I'll bring you legends back and a few Neil Sadakas. Lysicles. Right, folks, I'm going to put the camera down for a good hour. I'm going to sit my big fat hairy spotty arse down on the old foil mat goss. I'm going to lean back against me buster blood vesseled sleeping pad from Flextail, and I'm going to do a bit editing. Yeah, the old Dr. Edit Brown. So when I bring you back, I mean back, you can't see that. When I bring you back, it'll be pitch black. I'll be a little bit more smash burgered because I'll have finished this can, and I'm going to have a few more shots of whiskey. Bicycles. Cheers. Yes, guys. Should we have a few shots of whiskey, or should we have some more beer? We'll have some more beer for the winners, and then we'll jump onto the whiskey in a few seconds. Oh, yes. That hits the spot, guys. Not bad at all. Just stand them in me boots. Any wild campers, you know the score, dingo. Stops them from falling over. Hiya. You alright? Yeah. You alright? Yeah. You can't beat it, guys. You can't beat a good old wild camp, sitting with a few beers, the old Jeff beers, if you know exactly what I'm talking about. I had to shut the door, though. Yeah. About 10 minutes ago, it started to rain really heavy. The old Lorraine Kelly. At first, when it was drizzling, the rain was coming down in that direction. Mad for it. So even though I had the door open on the vestibule, Vestibule. Vestibule. No, we're not doing the vestibule song tonight. I wasn't getting in, but then the wind started blowing a gale platt, swirling round. So when it started raining heavy, the old Keishler rain was coming inside the dorsal fin, and it was getting me feet wet, 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 in the famous words of Marty Pellow. So I quickly shut it. And then within a couple of Winnie Mandelas, it stopped. So I'm just going to leave it shut now. When I need to pop outside for a slash garden, I'll open it, you know what I mean? And if it doesn't start raining again, I'll leave it open for a bit. We'll play it by nose. I mean, ear, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, what was I saying earlier on? God, I don't know how I'm talking all this shite. You can tell, can't you? You can tell. I've had a couple of beers now. I've had a few shots of whiskey. Blot Outdoor Show is black. I mean back. We're getting there. We're getting in the spirit of things. We've been all too sensible earlier on, haven't we? Having a bit moan about people leaving litter, the old Gary Glitter. But we're getting there now, guys. You better believe we are. Brrr. Brrr. Billy Brrr. Oh. Brrr. 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 Yes, folks, the old BrewDog millionaire, Hazy Gin Door, New England IPA. My second can of this and my fourth can dingo of tonight. BrewDog do make some fine beers. You better believe they do. I don't even know where the based at. Does it say on there? Oh God, I can't be asked to read that. I think it's an English beer. Their favourite one, for me, my favourite one of theirs, I should say, is the Elvis juice. Today, guys, we're gonna make a full English breakfast on a hot piece of slate over a hot fire. Look at this breakfast on a hot slate. The old BrewDog millionaire. Yeah, guys, the Elvis juice is my favourite one. Is my favourite out of all the BrewDog. Sorry, when I talk about, I've got this like reaction. That happens, and I kind of, it's almost like Tourette's. BrewDog. This is nice. easy gin. But the Elvis juice, I think I'm okay now. The Elvis juice, I just like come over us there. Sometimes I can control it, sometimes I can't. Sorry guys. So BrewDog do make some fantastic beers. And they haven't just got this and Elvis juice. They've got a few more. This one's really nice, hazy gin. But the Elvis juice one, there you go. I'm totally okay now of getting over that. I think that's gone now. I don't think that's going to come back. It's a little bit of a tick that I've got. And I've got it totally under control now. The Elvis juice one is really nice. It's got like a grapefruit zesty thing about it. That's my favourite one. But that's my second favourite one. So there you go, guys. Try them out. I'm not under any contract with BrewDog. I'm just giving them a big shout out because I do enjoy their beers more than any other ones I've had. The old Jeff beers. Hazy gin, very nice. But the Elvis juice is my favourite one. There you go. Oh yes, Mandingos. You know what time it is. It's Wasky time. You better believe it. What have we got this week? You should know. I've already mentioned it a few times already. Airstone. Land cask. I think I was saying land cast earlier on. Land cask. You can get the sea cask one, which I've reviewed a couple of times before. This is the land cask version. Van Dyke. Single malt Scotch whisky, kindly bought for me from a legend by the name of Mark Coyle. Cheers, Mark, my man friend sexual. Very much appreciated. Let's not mess around, guys. Let's get on with the whisky review, because my videos go on far too long. Well, you might not think that. I put myself down, you know. I really do put myself down far too easy. I hear people saying, oh, your videos is far too long, or you're waffling too much shite. And I think, right, I need to start and not make the videos too long. I need to stop talking too much shite. But at the same time, I never change. I keep doing the same thing over and over again. Come on, let's get this popped in. The old famous Cub Dingo. My Mandy Dingles. Oh, yes. Oh, suits you, sir. Oh, suits you. Oh, suits you, sir. Oh, suits you. Oh, suits you, sir. Oh, suits you, sir. Oh, suits you. Here we go, guys. Let's get the old Baker Rooney in it. Suits you, sir. Smoky. Peaty. The old peat tongue. Earthy. Smoky. Peaty. I'll have to give that a swirl around just to unleash the beast. See if we can get some more snifferoonies up my Nostradamus. The slightest little bit of fruit, and I mean the slightest bit, but I'm getting like a oaty breakfast, like a Otis Redding breakfast. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like a porridge. Stir the porridge, matron.
like a porridgey, oaty. Obviously, wasky, a strong wasky, peaty, smoky smell. Oh, like a medical type of smell. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a slight bit of, I was going to say cleaning products, but it's not that harsh. You know, I've said that before when I've had some nasty, naughty, cheap ones. No, I don't know. Definitely like a medical. You know, when I've had Lefroy. Any of you, a lot of you won't have a clue what I'm talking about, but anyone that enjoys a wasky, you know Lefroy wasky, and it gives you that. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Hold on. Pwah, smell your ma. Smell your ma. You know when you get that Lefroy, peaty, smoky, funny, fragrant, and you kind of put your finger on it. It's got that, but not as extreme. But with a biscuity, oaty breakfast. Anyway, come on. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Why, I'm some comedian. Why, I'm some Ricky Gervais. You're nothing like Ricky Gervais. Oh, you're nothing like Ricky Gervais. He's nothing like Ricky Gervais. Come on, guys. I'll let you know exactly what I wanted later down the line. He's nothing like Ricky Gervais. He's nothing like Ricky Gervais. Why I'm bothered? Here we go, guys. Do you know what it is? Quite smooth and quite delicate. When you compare it to the old Sniff Dingo, on the old Sniffer Rubles, you would think, this is going to be a bit harsh. It's going to be one of them nasty waskies that hit you. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Even you non-drinkers know what I'm talking about. You've all had a little sip of whiskey at some point and you've like, nah, whiskey's not for me. No, I'm totally wrong, Dingo Man Dingos. It's quite mild, it's quite delicate. And it's quite fruity. Like a bit of an orange, dare I say, like an orange pale, like a zesty orange pale to that. It's very enjoyable, yeah. But going back to the Sniff Dingos, it's got a smokiness in the taste. Like a little bit of ash. Our Ashley. Our Asia, our Ash, our Ashley, Asia, Asia, our Ashley, Asia, our Ashley, Well, I see our Ashley. But it has got a little bit of a smoky ash. Our Ashley. But it's going down really nice. Like a fruity, orangey, zesty, No harshness about it at all. I thought this was good. This surprised me. I thought this was going to be rough. It was going to be harsh, with it having the actually smoky taste. Very nice indeed, guys. It's a lot better in the taste-a-rooney than it is up the old Nostradamus. Dare I say a little bit lemon? The old Keith lemon. Slightly pepper, but not overpowering. There's no nastiness to it at all. I'm actually. I say it when I say it. God, I'm getting well carried away. Honestly, guys, you know me. Where's the bottle at? There is no bullshit on the Blotted Door Show. That I will highly recommend. If you want a little bit of a smoky kick, but with a lovely texture that goes down so smooth. That has been my biggest surprise, I would say, for over a year in the world of whiskey reviews. I am thoroughly enjoying that. Down the old hatchticles. Sugary. A little bit Jerry Cinnamon as well. Jerry Cinnamon's back in town, and I didn't expect that in the slightest bit. What absolutely fantastic review, because I wasn't, after the Snifferoonie, I was expecting like the bog standard, oh yeah, smoky, a little bit rough, yeah, a little bit harsh, smoky, 7 out of 10. No, let's get on with the scores on this. Not loads of flavours, but what I got in the end with the Taste-a-Rooney, like a nice fruity orange, like a good orange taste there to that. No roughness, no harshness at all. I've thoroughly enjoyed that from Mark Coyle. Yeah, I'm going to give that a strong. I'm going to give it a 9.1. Yeah, I'm not going any higher than that, because I've had loads of whiskies that taste miles better. Maybe 9.1's even too strong. But it shocked us. Yeah. I was expecting just to give it a 6 or a 6.5 or a 7 maximum paddy. But I've really, oh God, I wish I had some more left. I only brought a half a bottle out. Luckily, I've got like a half bottle inside a water bottle. When me and Mrs. Blood go away on holiday to a log cabin with a hot tub with the dogs and me son and we're chilling out, I'll enjoy the rest of that. Oh, yes. You better believe I will. There you go, guys. I am giving that Airstone from Mark Coyle Land Cask. I'm going to give that a 9.1 at a Tindingo. Tingleberry, the old Tingleberry Finn. At a 10 dingo mandingos. Come on. I'm talking too much shite. It's time to get on with the rest of tonight. Lice 9.1. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious wild camping. Bicycles. Yes, folks. Time for a couple of blurgers. from the butcher's section in Morrison's. Now I've cooked them really slow. Why I'm some Gordon Ramsay. Diced onions have been in amongst the burgers the whole time. The burgers have been Captain Clucking. The buns and the barbecue sauce is from Morrison's. Cheap as chips. But I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean cheap and nasty. That barbecue sauce is really nice. Skaters. Scooter, back in the house. No, not scooters. Skaters. Making loads of mess here. But very nice, guys. You can see how tasty that is. It's almost 1 year since I left the factory and pushed this YouTube thing on full time. Next week, when I come out and do a wild camp like this, it'll be exactly 1 year then. So, up them hills is where I'm going to go. Because that's where I was after 1 year, last year. On the Haunted Hill. The story of the Phantom Shiter. Since I camped there last time, a year ago, I've been checking on Google, on other spooky websites, because I'm on a couple, I'm on about 2 or 3, yeah, I'd say about 3, maybe 3 or 4 different spooky things on Facebook, maybe one on Instagram. And up there, where I camped last year, when I told you the story about the Phantom Shiter, I know you think that's just stupid. There's actually, our there's actually been 5 incidents recorded online since I was last up there. But maybe not exactly where I was camping. So I'm going to do a bit of research over the next week. Next week we're going to go up there in search of the Phantom Shiter. You better believe it, guys. No shit. To cut a long story short, just 2 or 3 weeks ago, someone was up there. They'd heard the stories, they laughed it off, just like what I did. They got really freezing during the night. Even though they had good camping gear. Anyway, they woke up, thought nothing of it, opened the tent flaps, air made some big steaming pile of diarrhea. Was it human shite? I don't know. I wasn't there. I've never seen it. That's what was reported. Anyway, they packed away and they buggered off. but they left their story on Google. So although they went on YouTube, they've put it on the old internet. I'm going to research what's gone on over the last year since I've been there. And I'm going to set my tent up right in the middle of the heartbeat of the spooky, ghostly experiences. There you go, guys. Anyway, the burgers were lovely. I will definitely be up there next week, camping, where the so-called Phantom Shiter roams the hills. If you're wondering what I'm on about, guys, before we actually go up there, go back a year ago for my videos and check out the video, Wild Camping on Britain's Most Haunted Hill, or even, to be even quicker, I'll leave a link to that video in the description of this video. So if you check that out, that'll make more sense to you.
Hold on, what's that?
There's a fox out there or something. Quiet. There's a fox or a big rabbit. Matron. Right, guys. I'll see you legends. First thing in the morning. Jurgen coffee time. You better believe I will. And you know it makes total sense. Rice cakes. Good morning, Mandingos. Yeah, 9:10. Slept like a baby's arm. Although there's a fault in this air mat, it is still really comfy. Right, how then? Let's get up. Let's get a quick slash Gordon. And let's get slowly packed away. You know it makes sense. So there we go then, folks. That's me all packed away. Baghdad on my old Bacaroni. Bin diesel with all my shite. You can see where the tent was. Leave no trace. The old Tracy Barlow. Apart from a few bunions. But the wolves will eat them. One last look at this amazing sight before we make like a tree and split. Hit the street and get out of Dodge City. Let's go, guys. Off we pop. There we go, folks, that's it. That's the end of this week's Wednesday night wild camping adventure. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely fantastic time, as usual. That's where I said I was going to camp next week. I might not. Sometimes I talk a load of shite when I've had a few drinks. You probably already know that. It's weather permitting, guys. If the weather's fine and the weather's nice, and it's not like lashing down with rain and gale plus force winds, that's where we'll camp. And we might have an encounter with the old Phantom Shiter. We shall see. If I don't camp there next week, I'll camp there sometime over the next 2 or 3 weeks, if you know what I'm talking about. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, please give this Mandingo a big thumbs up and leave a comment. It really does help the channel. And please tune in on the next one for a mooch around and takeaway review on Friday night and a serious stealth camp on Sunday. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes absolute, complete, and total sense. Rice bells.
Oh, matron.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.